back in the action again. Live from the Tournament of Champions, I am Nick Dichiria, joined by none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Green, and of course, the legendary William Stuart. Tonight, we are covering the doubles no-cap event for Sunday, October 2nd of the Tournament of Champions. We just watched a rager of a match earlier, but that is over. This is now.
A rager of a match earlier is one way to describe it, buddy.
Jake Schreiber on the screen for you right here as we see him win game 1 against Jake Smith. You also see Sugar Shane and Devin Hunter back there as well. To start off here, now we were watching cricket all morning. Now the difference here is on the loser side of this triple elimination bracket, you're going to see 0-1 in the middle here. So Devin Hunter to start us off with a low ton. That's Sugar Shane stepping up to the line as well.
I'm crying. Rage.
What's wrong with the rage? It wasn't even a joke. It was just a... Ready to go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen and darters alike.
Starting the stream off with a funny. That is not
right,
right, my man. That is not right at all. Sean doesn't even know what to do right now. Oh, my goodness. Believe it or not, we have not left the hall. Nick and I, we've been in here messing around on the computers, getting our flyers ready, our Jules Van Dongen winner slide. And then he messes it all up by hitting us with that one right off the bat. Wow, oh, wow. Well, we're here for no cap. Men's doubles this evening should be a good one.
So sorry, everyone. We were having a lot of fun there. A little bit of sleep exhaustion setting in as well. As Will said, we were in here photoshopping some photos, taking some pictures with the players. Will got a couple good ones out there as well. Sean getting rested up here, saving his energy and ready to rumble.
Sean did nothing while we all worked during the break. Just want to point that out.
Well, now you're ready for this rager.
Oh, man.
Look at this. Jake Smith leaves 65.
Jake,
what do you feel about this? But
I think Jake just came today, or I haven't seen him at all this weekend until now.
Yeah, there's Jake.
Well, he was watching our stream yesterday because he was commenting along saying he was going to lend me another jacket.
And we're talking Jake Smith,
yes,
not Jake Schreiber. Jake Smith, a former CSI champion as well as finale champion, right? I think he won 20 grand in 2019.
What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, no. Just go 15 for bull there, Devin.
Yeah, it's open out.
Sorry, but you are correct, Will. That is correct. That was just a very interesting way there. I mean, that's one of our CSI participants, and we expect Devin to hit those. And same thing with Mr. Sugar Shane here. Jake Smith, well rested, ready to show us how it's done.
15 bull.
If you're kidding, bull 15. 15 bull.
Trip 16. There you go.
And that was a textbook way to take out 65.
Absolutely. You go 15 to trip 16.
Now this shows exactly what I was saying yesterday when we covered this evening event, is that when you're playing a no-cap level, which is as good as it gets, that middle bracket where it goes cricket, 0-1 cricket, if you win the cricket game, you're almost guaranteed to lose the 0-1 game after because you're going second against players that are supposed to be able to play perfect.
Well, Devin can pick any of those three, and they would not work. So it will be Sugar Shane and Jake Schreiber, the Wisconsinites, going first.
Well, Devin may not have hit the bull for the diddle, but he did hit a moonwalk for me out there in the hall, and it was a very convincing one at that.
It's really nice of him to do that for you.
Thank you.
I know you've been asking everyone to do that for you. So it's nice that Devin pulled it off for you.
Jake Schreiber, last time we got to see him on a live stream, first season CSC for us taking it over, where he mounted an impressive comeback and didn't quite finish out the match, but he rattled off many legs from behind. I don't quite recall who he was playing at the time, but he's someone that we know can compete, well, just like the rest of these guys. It's a tough, tough match.
Here is Jake Smith, South Dakota. An absolutely excellent shot.
He was correcting our geography and stuff earlier, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Sioux Falls,
Oh, yes.
something like
Yeah,
that?
he was freaking out at us saying Sioux Falls and Sioux City were the same place.
Sioux
We know that they're
Falls
not.
City.
We know that it's not.
Now we do.
Here is Devin Hunter.
Looks like he's outlining the triple there. All beautiful darts, just not quite connecting, millimeter away from what he desired.
Jake's going to get rid of the 19s, ideally.
Abe Smith asking, was I on the stream? And then he said, stream. Unfortunately, unfortunately not. We do not have it live yet, but we hope to get you on soon enough. Well, Sean's making me laugh back here. I am so sorry.
Will may be kicking you both out of the booth here in just a minute.
It's just Sean. Sean's making me laugh. I
My
blame him.
goodness.
I'm just over here trying not to die. I can barely breathe.
Between at each other's throats and the giggles, man. Oh, jeez. Believe it or not, not a single beverage has been had other than a Mountain Dew in here.
That's actually really true. Very true.
Well, you can't prove it. Jake Schreiber here, looking to expand that point lead before moving on.
Schreiber from Minnesota. Actually, the Minnesota-Wisconsin line. We're going to be matter of fact here.
And I believe, is he not one of the owners of Flight Faction, or at least
Yeah,
works for them?
he's the main
owner, right?
main person with Flight Faction. So he's actually got a booth out in the hall. Took a moment to decide to come play this evening instead of be at the booth. So kudos to him for pulling double duty.
Sugar Shane pulling double duty, being on the stream all day.
Yeah, Shane with a nice finish in the men's CSI. What was it, fourth place finish for him?
That
Third
it
place.
was.
It was fourth place finish for him.
It was. I can pull it up right here to confirm. I believe fourth place does sound about right.
Usually all those matches, once you get to a couple hours after or even the next day, it all just blends into one.
Well, it's just constant boom goes to dynamites, 9 marks, big flashes. I mean, we were talking about at the start of the CSI, the boards were lighting up, and it made us light up with glee because that was some incredible stuff that we were watching. Jake in pole position here to take this leg, trying to get those 15s, but he has a comfortable point lead, 3 numbers up as well. Jake Smith is going to have to dig deep. Thank you, everyone, for coming back to join us for the evening session, by the way. If you are watching along, let us know where you're from. Let us know who you're cheering for, what's going on, and let us know if you don't know how to get in the PPD program. We'll tell you about it. Just stay along, chat. Let's have a good time, everybody. Sugar Shane has been playing great all day. I will say the one thing about Shane Johnson that and he'll take away the same regard looking at his matches back when he ends up watching them. His darts have been incredible. His bowls were just not up to the par that the rest of his darts were, and I think that's one of the things that's been making a lot of his matches closer, making a lot of them interesting. But otherwise, a phenomenal performance from a phenomenal shooter and a really nice guy. Jake Schreiber, though, to take this one here. Devin Hunter giving out some love. Jake Smith, Sugar Shane, as we see it 2-1 here. Oh, they're all posing for the stream. Oh my goodness. What a good pose. That's for all you guys watching. Devin Hunter earlier said when I was interviewing him, how are you going to say I don't have, or say I have fans? That's a dumb question. And here he is posing for all you guys. I think he's going to have some fans after that. Looks like we're going to get our next match going here shortly. So we're going to switch on over to the next one available. Just give us a few moments here as we take a look at our brackets. We're going to see what's going on. I know waiting on one side of the King Seat match, we have Jules and Mike Carter. This sounds familiar. On the bottom end, either Kenny Doyle and Nick Slepik or Jeremiah Millar and Leonard Gates. So right now on board 1D, we have that match going on. It's exciting to see how that one finishes up. Right now, Scuba Steve Diker is right at the end of this game. Travis Wilkinson, if he hits 3 bulls, knocks out Bob Anderson and Steve Diker. This is a 1 game only. Travis needs to take it out here. Not going to happen. Bob Anderson steps up next. He needs 64 points. 3 bulls. If he hits 3 bulls, they stay alive and stave off Travis Wilkinson there. First one's in. Needs 2 more.
And gets it in 1 dart.
Oh, you're still here.
Matt, Bella, Travis Wilkinson are out of this. Scuba Steve and Bob move on. They will take on Abe Smith and Tony Stevenson coming up next for them.
Ken Rip, Rick Hensey going on board 1C against Isaac Robinson and Johnny Jenkins. And then we also have Jesse Gore and Brian Dennis waiting on the winner of Kyle and Scott, Jake and Shane. There's a lot of great names here. A lot of good darts already being thrown. We're excited to bring you the action live from Kansas City, Missouri for the Tournament of Champions 2022.
Well, while we got a minute, let's go ahead and replay our little interview from before the tournament with Mr. Jules, as he was crowned our men's CSI champion. Let's go ahead and knock that one out, and we'll be right back with some more action from our men's doubles event on Sunday night here at the Tournament of Champions.
Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back shortly. Hi, my name is Nick Dichiria with USA Darts, and today I'm joined by Jules Van Doggen here at TOC 2022. Jules, how was your drive in? I know you had to go a long way to get here.
Yeah, it was fairly short. It's nice for once to not have to fly somewhere and just take a 10-minute drive and be here, so that's really nice.
Well, you're a world traveler at this point. I mean, between flying around for all the PDC events and everything else you do, does that ever get like exhausting? Is that one of the harder parts of the job?
Yeah, in the beginning I thought it was all cool flying all over, but it gets old pretty quick. The time differences, you know, all that stuff. And I'm also not really a fan of England, all the rain. So yeah, I'm glad to be back here, and it's nice and sunny outside, so I'm going to have a good week, hopefully.
Well, good week for you means a lot of great darts. I mean, the expectations are high as you're one of the best dart players in North America, if not the best dart player in North America. Do you ever feel like that adds a lot of pressure on your shoulders with those expectations that are given to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you set the bar high for yourself, so whenever you don't win or you don't, you know, take second or third, then you're disappointed. But the way I look at it is I'm not a soft tipper myself. I don't really practice it a whole lot. So anything I take in the soft tip world is a bonus for me. But obviously being here, is you want to win. You want to go for first, obviously.
Well, now looking at other dart players' careers at your level, most of them are across 15, 30 years. Your career is a little bit shorter as far as you're newer to the game. Do you think that's going to be an impactful factor as far as like when it comes to soft tip strategy and cricket strategy?
Yeah, I think especially when I just started playing soft tip about 2 years ago, I learned the hard way. Play very aggressive, closing numbers, and I'm learning. I'm pointing a little bit more. Yeah, and like I said, I learned that the hard way, playing guys like Gates and Millar and you know, any of the good ones. If you don't have that 3-dart advantage, then you know, they can close it real easy with a 9 mark, and you get in trouble. So yeah, you'll see me point a little bit more this week.
Well, with the CSI, there is 30 participants that are of top notch in average ability and prowess. What do they have to do to beat you on the board?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give that away. Obviously, just throw well. I think the key, especially in cricket, is that first turn. You know, like the first 3 darts. You have to be a 7 mark a minimum. If you hit a 5 mark, then they can come behind you and close you out already. So the first 3 darts are really important to me in cricket. So.
Well, many people that are going to be watching the TOC stream across the next couple of days here might be watching for the first time darts, might even decide to pick up darts for the first time. For someone that's brand new to darts, what advice would you give them to get started off?
I think especially for if you're a beginner is have fun, learn, but yeah, mostly have fun. Don't set expectations. Don't look to the better players and think that's where I need to be in the next 6 months. Baby steps, be patient, and eventually, if you have the talent and the right technique, it'll come, it'll happen.
Well, 5 years from now, your career keeps going in darts. Where are you going to be in that career? What's 5 years from now for Jules look like?
Hopefully establish in the PDC, and hopefully it'll come to a point where I have to move to Europe, and because I'm out there all the time. That's the goal eventually. But yeah, I'm looking at myself and having a 5-year plan actually, and just trying to get experience right now and get better and you know, hope for the best.
Well, we're excited to see what comes next for you. Now, this last question for you, it's going to be a little personal. Right now, looking at this dart room, you might be in the best shape compared to any of the other dart players. Do you think that helps with the fact that you might be the best looking dart player on the Aki?
I don't think the looks are going to help, but no, I think being healthy, being in shape will help, and obviously, especially if they're long days, and we're going to be here for 5 days, I think. So yeah, stay hydrated, eat food. That's the most important. Stay healthy.
Well, we're excited. There's $2.3 million on the line. Jules is here to try to grab his stake in the matter. We wish you nothing but the best of luck here. Back here again, Bob Anderson up at the board here. This is a last chance game. Bob Anderson, Steve Diker going on against Abe Smith. And do you happen to know his partner that he's playing with, Sean?
Tony Stevenson.
Tony Stevenson, that's right. We saw him this morning.
Yeah, this is Abe right here. Asked about if he was going to be on the stream earlier. Yes.
Good answer. That's the lovely voice of Sean Green, and I'm Nick Dichiria. William Stuart in the background, representing USA Darts at the Tournament of Champions, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts.
Here is Scuba Steve. Trying to shut down the 17s. Not anymore. Now he's going to go up to the 20s. And he tried to go back down to the 17s, but will move the camera right as he was throwing.
Nick Johnson asking, is tonight's event different than last night's? And the answer is no. So the difference is that these events, we run a triples in the morning, doubles in the evening, and then occasionally there's premier events that also overlap, like the CSI. But otherwise, these events run multiple days, not only to give them multiple chances to claim the title, but each time someone wins and they're a part of that 50K supercharger, they're getting a share of the pool. So it gives people multiple attempts to try to get their share of the $50,000 bonus on top of winning the bracket as well. Bob Anderson, one of those shots that is just super talented, has been around the game for a long time, but I think this week has not been his week from what we've seen so far, just as far as how well we are used to him throwing. And I would wonder if you would agree with that sentiment.
I would say probably. He probably would, but he's also just kind of a realist. He's here to have fun, enjoy himself. If he wins, awesome. But he's here to have a good time.
And he has that lackadaisical approach in the best possible sense. Like, he's a very relaxed, nice guy. He actually got partnered up with Brian Dennis in a previous finale. And that was the first time I really got to interact with Bob Anderson, because otherwise, prior to that, I only knew of him. That was a 2018 or 2019, and has always been one of those like good promoters of the sport, which is something I always like to harp on. Is someone not only a good player, but do they help move the sport forward by just being a good person as well, representing it?
Bob is one of those people for sure. Of course, him and Scuba is the same way. Super nice guy. It's a good partnership for sure.
Paul Rogers says, but it's still more fun when you are winning. I can't disagree with that.
Touche. Touche, Paul. I wouldn't know anything about that, but I've heard good things.
Abe Smith, someone we've also seen in the CSC Challenger Series as well. It's nice to be able to highlight these players not only remotely but also in person. Surreal. I actually had someone come up to me, ask to take a selfie, and then says, hey, do you know where the boom guy is? I want to take a picture with him, and had them sent over your way, Sean. How does that feel?
Well, you sent him the wrong way because it goes to Will.
Well, Will would have to disagree with that, as we are close to getting hashtag Sean and Nick are fired.
Not get the close on the 15s. The door is open a little bit. Definitely more so than it was.
Bob Anderson here, finding the heart of the 20. Just needs to get rid of those 15s. 2 big singles will be enough. This is 1 game, 2 eliminates.
Yeah, this is a race to 1. Winner moves on. Loser is out of the tournament. Abe only getting 1 bullseye there. So Scuba for the match.
To stay alive in the no-cap doubles. Good first.
Gets 2 of them. And Tony gets the first. Tony and Abe from Michigan.
Not going to happen here. Deflected right on out. It was a good look at it, though. Just unfortunate deflection.
Well, Porky, there can only be one. As Bob Anderson takes out the match, they have defeated Abe and Tony.
And they're going to move on to play either Billy and Skylar, Derek and Johnny, or Devin and Jake, depending on how the bottom end pans out over there, as they're going to be sitting in that 10th place position.
Well, look at this. Jeremiah Millar, Leonard Gates, taking on Isaac Robinson and Johnny Jenkins. Johnny and Isaac had a nice run last night in doubles.
I mean, all these players, super talented in their own right. Isaac Robinson, actually, I talked to him in the hall, and he's like, man, the only thing I wish is I got to play a little bit more, practice a little bit more, and going more, because he feels like he's a 5-0 and can be a 6-0 if he put the time into the board.
Well, there you go. It's not that easy to be a 6-0.
Well, and that's not like verbatim. That's just more so his mentality to the game.
Well, here is Isaac. Is he looking up? He did look up. Did not grab all of them. A 7 mark, though, from Isaac Robinson. But Jeremiah can point here. Jeremiah Millar gets a 6 mark on the 20s.
Yes. Johnny Jenkins, to try to respond right back, does need to hit a 4 mark before he can look upstairs.
Well, there's the 4 mark. He's staying there.
I think he's staying. Yeah, you have to. I mean, just because you have the
7.
option to doesn't mean you always should.
A big 7 mark right there. Here's Soldier. Soldier had himself a quite the nerve-wracking affair earlier in the final of the CSI.
I mean, that's an understatement. It was literally one of the most thrilling matches I've ever got a chance to see live, let alone be the commentator for alongside with you. I mean, we were left speechless by the end. I had to go out there and interview Jules, and I was like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to feel right now. I mean, it was Soldier steam rolling back into a very hard position, and all of a sudden Jules wakes up right before it's all over and steals the leg and came all the way back. That was crazy to watch. If you missed it earlier, I'm sure that the highlights will be up soon enough whenever the video editor gets around to it.
That's you, isn't it?
Oh, well then I'm in trouble.
Well, look at the regulator himself, Johnny Lee. Shooting much better tonight than he was last night so far, from what I can see. Soldier looking at the 17s.
I think Gates right now, while still playing way better than I can ever play, is having a lot of fatigue-related issues. I would say it's been a long day for him, and the darts are starting to weigh a little heavier than you normally think they feel. Isaac Robinson, phenomenal shot there, hitting what he needs to hit and leaving Jeremiah Millar in a position where he has to bet whatever number he shoots at.
He'll scoot over just a touch.
So interesting seeing the dart go almost to his lip. A little bit lower than most players. Usually players will typically back the dart up on their eye line or just beneath their eye line. To go that low is a very unique wind-up.
Well, here is Johnny Lee. He's been shooting very well so far in this leg. And only a 2 mark.
Look, I love Johnny's snap to the dart. The way he just pushes it right through. Gates, though, just nice, clean stroke and getting what he needs right there to catch back up. Will it be enough, though? Isaac Robinson will try to deny the privilege.
Even with that first dart, I don't think... Oh, my goodness, it might be enough. It might be enough.
Oh, if you're Millar, you have
Doors
to be
open.
so happy, so relieved to see that. Now your job is to capitalize.
And if you're Johnny, you're going, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. I hate you.
Millar finds the first.
There goes the 19s and back to the 16s. Yeah.
And I mean, that makes a lot of sense the way he shot it there. There's no real reason to go for the 15 because a single there, completely pointless. Single 16, helpful. Triple 16, even more so.
Johnny did say something to his partner there in jest, as then he started laughing.
Well, Johnny needs to find it. That helps, but is not enough. 63-point difference here. Leonard Gates to shut down those 15s.
Gonna stay right there. Wow.
It's the fatigue, I'm telling you. It's the fatigue.
Well, I think it's just a little bit of unluckiness, too.
Unlucky ones, sure, but I mean, those last couple of legs we've seen from him, and the fact that he's on the loser side right now.
Isaac is going to come up 4 points short. Here's Jeremiah.
Gets the close that he needs. Going back over to load it up from there. Good way to stack that dart.
Yeah, and there's the stack. Exactly like you said, bud.
Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Most of the time I don't.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, it looks like we're going to be heading to a second leg in this best of 3 here. Middle one being 5:01. So it's going to be Fat Bowl open out. We saw it briefly at the very beginning of us turning the broadcast back on here. But it's something where if all day you're playing cricket and the only time you're playing 01 is in the middle bracket and only for one game, it's almost like a palate cleanser of sorts.
Are you looking at me?
Awesome dart, says Todd. Robinson there not able to get enough of what he desires. He was just trying to get a single 16 on that last start. Wasn't able to get it. Which in this case, Millar going to shut the door anyways. Move it on to the next game here.
There it is. Let's go to leg number 2. 0-1. 5-0-1. Open and open out. I feel like going first, this is a little bit stressful because you can't miss.
And it is stressful for the player going first, absolutely. But it just in this level, it's very rare that this doesn't go to a tiebreaker in the middle bracket. As we said time and time again, when you expect each player to be able to hit a hat trick at every attempt, that means that for going first guarantees the win. Kenny Doyle has an interesting approach to this. If he is going second in 501, if he's in that middle bracket, he will always start with 180, or at least attempt to, if the player in front of him hits a hat trick. Because the only way to beat a 10-darter is to be a 9-darter.
That's very true.
Because you can start 1080, you can also start hat trick too, because it's open out. So you can still start hat trick if you prefer, but he just tries to get the 1080 out of the way. If he misses it, he knows it's a dead wash anyways. So he might as well send the bulls, because the difference between a 10 and a 12-darter, not much. That Steve Diker guy is in the chat now, says Steve Hilger. Lovely to see some great friendships blooming in this chat. Jeremiah Millar does find a hat trick.
Yes, he does.
Both teams not throwing perfect games here, but throwing very solid attempts. First one to the out is going to be happy. Let's see if Isaac's able to do so.
He does hit a hat trick to leave a finish. Isaac Robinson on 137. Leonard Gates sitting on 243. Can put some pressure on the 137. That's not the easiest of finishes, even for open out.
Gates here needs to hit at least a bull or some triple. Stays on the bull. Safe, smart dart here. Now you can start a couple different ways with 137, but most of the time you're going to start on the bull. Some players do prefer to go into like a triple start just because you have the option to open out. But if you're shooting at the bull the whole game, might as well start there.
Yeah, I go bullseye here first start.
He opted to go that route, so now he can go trip 20, trip 20. Needs one more of those.
Got it done. Big darts from Johnny Lee.
And now,
Needed it.
just like we thought, gonna go to a tiebreaker. We're gonna have to have them diddle again real quick, and then we'll see what happens next. Decent diddle, but it leaves room for the double. It's also underneath it, which is a good way to place for Leonard Gates here. Just ride right in on that barrel. Might be a tie. All right, they're not in the center hole. They're going to have to leave him in. Leonard Gates now.
Oh boy.
That looked like one of my diddles. Johnny Jenkins, though, has to get over that. And there's a lot of flights down there. There's a lot of things. I would honestly go a little bit to the left of the board and try to get away from all the cluster.
Well, it looks like Soldier got it done. Johnny. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, love to
That was
see it.
good. Tone on YouTube saying you don't finish on a double? American darts is weird. Well, this isn't necessarily American darts per se. We do have double out. We do also have master out. This is open out, so yes, you do not have to finish on a double here.
Yeah, it's just something that you see in different formats, especially with soft tip and PPD leagues as well. It's not a standard per se. There's pretty much any tournament you go to might play a different version of 01 if they're running 01 in their tournaments at all. Of course, with American darts, you see a lot of cricket, which is why we had a whole cricket singles invitational earlier. Dustin Holt in the chat saying, "What did I miss? I had to go get me some chicken. Been watching and practicing my steel tip all day." Well, you know, you missed a lot of great stuff. A lot of great laps were had. Some amazing matches were seen. But right now, we're covering the doubles no cap at the Tournament Champions 2022. Kyle Callahan asking, what's master out? Master out means that you can go out on a double or a triple.
Oh boy.
It looks like our tripod might have gotten kicked there or something.
Yeah, just a lot.
Quick adjustment there from Will Stewart in the background, our production guy for the evening, and he is doing phenomenal stuff. This right now is going to be a middle bracket side, Dustin, so this is middle brackets. And then on the winner side, playing in the king seats, it will be Jules Van Doggen and Mike Carter against Kenny Doyle and Nick Selepik.
Oh.
And then on the other side of the middle bracket, Jake and Shane playing against Brian and Jesse. And the winner of this match will play the winner of that match. Jacob Worthy in chat saying, great job, Will Stewart. I agree.
I agree completely.
You guys are just trying not to get fired. Just kidding.
Kenny Doyle is from Orlando. That is correct. Jeremiah Millar needs to regroup. Not happy with that. Go.
Oh, wow. Johnny Lee said the exact same thing that I just said. Oh, wow. Well, this is the opening you've wanted and looked for.
Here's Johnny.
I didn't mean your opening to do that. Gets himself a 6 mark.
Leonard Gates needs to hit here. as this might be switching momentum. And this is the third leg. It is really important that you stay on this side of the bracket. As we saw from Leonard Gates earlier, he won out the middle bracket, and that helped him. So he was able to actually lose a set and still stay into a last chance decider against Jules. Unfortunately, while he did not come out on top, it shows why it's so important to minimize your losses. I mean, I guess that goes without saying, but especially in a triple elimination format.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Well, thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you as always giving the love and support. And thank you for taking the hard job of being Will Stewart's best dart tournament friend.
Jeremiah has missed 5 darts in a row.
Will just looks at me, he's like, it's true.
Jeremiah Millar has missed 6 darts in a row.
Here's Johnny.
Well, this is the first time listening to Charm. Let's try it again.
Amanya, I hope I did not butcher that, saying, is there a women's tourney too? Of course there is. So we actually covered the women's CSI yesterday with Chrissy Grimwell taking a grand prize of $5,000. Second place was Meredith McGee. And of course, this is actually open. This is not a men's doubles event. This is an open doubles. So this is just flighted based off the averages for divisions 1 through 20. And inside this room right here, this is a no cap. So everyone is eligible. There is no gender roles on it. Isaac kind of blocked himself out at 17. Tried to push it through, but the dart just goes right on top. There was nowhere else for it to fly.
Yeah, we're seeing some tired darts here. Some tired darts from both players. From both teams.
And the beast is starting to wake up there a little bit. It's very rare to see multiple missteps from Mr. Millar. Someone that's very calculated and strategic. Johnny Lee is one of those guys that, like, when he is on, he is the best person in the room, but definitely has a little bit of fluctuation in him. But he's also such a nice guy when you actually talk to him as well.
Oh, Johnny's fantastic.
It's hard not to cheer for him at all times.
He's by far one of my favorite people.
Casey,
You ever seen him run a tournament?
No, I have
It's
not.
phenomenal.
Is it 10 out of 10?
It is phenomenal.
110%. I want to check that out. Casey, yes, we are covering the elite draw for men and women. That will be taking place not tomorrow, but the day after, Tuesday, October 4th, the elite finale for the Tournament of Champions. Sometimes the bad habit, I'm looking at chat right here, and you guys are making me laugh. I'm not sure how to respond to all of it. You guys are having a good time. If you were in chat as well, make sure to leave a comment. Tell us where you're watching from, and thank you so much for your love and support as we are here seeing how this unfolds. Johnny Jenkins trying to hold on as it looks like Isaac Robinson and Johnny might be going to the bottom bracket here.
Yeah, they're going to fall a little bit short here with Leonard only needing 2 bowls. Gets it in 2 darts.
2 bowls needed, 2 bowls found. They will advance on in the no-cap doubles, playing the winner of Jake and, Brian and Jesse over there. But looks like we're jumping right over to the King Seat match. Sorry, I got a little stumbled on my words there.
No, you did great.
Thank you. Kenny Doyle, the man, the myth, the legend. It looks like...
This is game 3.
Yeah, game 3. We're going to get our board adjusted here for you real quick, so that way you can see the action taking place here. And just like that, whoa, 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 it's magic. Mike Carter, 3 in the bed. Nick, also known as my other dad, at the line now. First dart triple was not found, but if he trips at 17, he might take an aggressive close here. Christmas is coming to town for Kenny Doyle. Stepping up here. Needs a
Why, Nick? Why? We immediately have to mute our mics so we can giggle because he goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he immediately comes back with that. Oh, my goodness, Nick.
Sorry, guys. Some of us are just taking our job seriously and adding color to the commentary.
Paul Rogers, I don't know at this point if we can consider ourselves professionals or just inadequately doing the stream. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, my goodness. Alrighty. Sean, Nick, go take a break. I'll get this for a second, I guess.
No worries here.
Oh, my goodness. Nick Selepic, 369. Looking for some more. Mike Carter sitting there, leaving Jules 466. Going to go right at the 15s, looking for a triple.
Now, we know that this is game 3 of our series here. Do we happen to have a score? Is that what Sean's going out to get for us real quick?
I believe so. Or he just stepped outside the booth just to take a breather.
I don't blame
after
him.
all the laughs in this thing.
I mean, you know the pain of sitting next to me all day.
Yeah, E-Dub. We try to be mostly serious, but every once in a while you gotta have a little fun when you're doing this gig. So, it is what it is. Every once in a while, a little laugh. We can't do that. Well, we did have a little chuckles in the men's CSI, but that was mainly our serious stream. This is just kind of a little added bonus for you guys is how we consider
we
it.
may not seem as serious, but these players definitely are. They're not only playing for the money in this bracket, but the money from the Supercharger as well.
Yeah. Paul Rogers, if you want that, we're going to have to bring Byron Johnson in here for a little darts commentary, as that guy is a comedian at heart. So get a little bounce of that camera there. Singles or doubles is a little bit different than singles, especially when we get 3 people on one team in here, 6 at one board. We may have some kicks to the old camera. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have triples tomorrow morning that we're going to be covering. So starting off with some action, as there's no CSIs, there's no finales. We're covering the floor events, we're covering the no cap, and whatever else is coming our way. Kenny Doyle does take that there after staving off a very scary game. We're going to go get that match score for you, or it looks like the match score will pop up right here real quick. It looks like it's 3-0 right now. Wow, I could not have seen that coming. What do you think, Will?
I didn't anticipate that, as well as Mike Carter and Jules Van Hagen actually won the event last night together. But hey, Kenny Doyle and Nick came here for a reason. A, to get out of the hurricane weather. B, to play some darts. And they're playing some darts this evening.
Yeah, a lot of A, a little bit of B. Kenny to start strong, hopefully once again. Drilling away at those 19s there. Does get a 6 mark. Question is, can Carter keep up the momentum right now? Because all he needs to do is keep throwing those 5s, keep chipping away, and kind of get themselves a foothold in this match.
Nick, coming in with some fire.
Oh, thank you.
Not Dirachi, Selepic.
Big 7 mark there from Nick Selepic. As here's Jules, our CSI men's champion.
Look at him go. Trying to get them going here. I definitely think he's in the same boat as Leonard Gates, though. A lot of fatigue, a lot of darts, a lot of winning. It's hard being that good, I guess.
I'd be all right with it. Kenny finds a triple on dart number 3, but going to give Mike a chance to maybe take control of the leg. You already said this. The scoreline's 3-0. Nick and Kenny, right?
Which is something that no one can really predict. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nick Slepic, Kenny Doyle, real deal players, and there's no other way to look at that. But, I mean, Jules and Carter have been going so strong this tournament, winning last night, Jules winning the CSI today, that it's hard to say that you see them being down that far in any situation. But, of course, I guess, I mean, Jules came back from one of the situations earlier. Didn't stop him.
That's true, but look at that. That's why Nick and Kenny are doing so well. Nick throws an 8 mark in there.
And, I mean, we're at race to 4 right now, which means Kenny and Nick just need to win this to keep going through, sitting in the king seat if they do. But it's not over yet. They have to keep up this momentum that they started with.
There go the 18s. There go the 17s. He tried to get rid of the 16s too. A 7 mark, Kenny Doyle.
Mike Carter needs to make a stand. So close. He even looked at that. He's like, you know what can I do? I'm literally all over it. And of course, he's not too happy with that situation. But I mean, just let it ride. Know that your time is coming if you're that close to the wire. If not now, then later. Nick just needs to close. More than likely, going to go back to the points.
He decided to ultra close. He just made sure it was closed with an extra close. Here's Jules. A triple will give him the lead. On the points, does not get that. So Kenny Doyle, get rid of the 15s, and they're in the driver's seat for sure.
Sunshine Santa is what a lot of people have been calling him. It's one of my favorite nicknames I've heard from him over the years.
He looked back at points.
And that's a great dart. You have to expand that lead, and as a bowl, it's very much an impactful situation.
Mike, just nice and smooth on the dartboard. Great shot. Nick Slepic. 3 bowls.
If the first one hits, he stays. If not, he's going down.
With how hot he's been throwing.
That's actually a way safer decision. Knowing that his opponents have a outshot chance, he decided to go down first. Nothing wrong with that. If he had a double, he would have thrown his last dart at the bowl there. Actually, I think that shot was way smarter than what I had in mind, and that's why they're playing this event and I'm not.
Yep. Especially with Jules coming up behind him. Who's almost automatic for a hat trick of some kind. There's a hat trick.
But now they have the lead going into it. Kenny Doyle here, 2 bowls right now. I think he's going to take all 3 at it. There's no reason not to.
There's one reason not to. If you hit on the first dart, you don't have to throw the other 2.
And handshakes are happening. Smiles are there. Even from the team that did not win, Jules and Mike, they were still shaking hands there. Saying congratulations, and it's not over for them yet because there is still multiple brackets left. They're going to be sitting at the top of the middle bracket here, and they're going to go against a couple of different good shots are lined up there. We're still waiting to see the result of Jake and Shane, Brian and Jesse. After that, the winner of that will play Jeremiah and Leonard, and then the winner of that will play who just lost here, Jules and Mike. We're going to take a few moments here. We're getting set up right now, it looks like, actually. I might be mistaken. As we're looking over at board 3 here, that's going to be Jesse Gore, Brian Dennis, Jake Schreiber, Shane Johnson in the middle bracket here.
Yeah, so this is obviously leg number 2.
And Jake Schreiber and Sugar Shane won the first leg because they're going second in a 1.
Yep.
And they have a chance to take it 2 straight. 123 out needs to go.
Not gonna go. So now just set it up nice and neat. It's open out. This is where you throw the 12 on dart 3.
Exactly.
Or that.
Well,
We
he
double
intended to
19,
throw
it's
this
not
ball
bad.
there. Brian Dennis,
This is
dart
save
player
him.
at night, elevator repairman by day. That's a true story.
He needs this to go to save him.
Staying right there, going
Trip
over to the
15.
15.
Got it. Big darts from Brian Dennis.
Way to stay alive, good sir. As they are now going to diddle and take it one more.
Just call him the Bee Gees because he's staying alive. Staying alive.
I got the reference. Are you happy I finally
good.
took one and ran with it rather than you having to deal with mine?
I appreciated it. All right, here is Brian trying to get a little bit closer to the center. Not going to do it.
He tried.
Wisconsinites.
Did not happen. Yeah, let's
Sugar
see.
Shane Johnson. Jake Schreiber.
Wisconsin, Florida.
Yep.
We've seen this battle a few times, haven't we,
Just
bud?
a couple.
Sugar going upstairs to start us off.
Big 7 mark from Sugar Shane. And here is Brian Dennis.
Ryan there doing some work. He actually, one of the questions got asked by a lot of these guys when they were like, yeah, this is being streamed. They're like, okay, so we're allowed to wear hats. And Brian's like, yeah, if I don't wear a hat, the camera's going to have some shine to it. And I said, you're being way too hard on yourself. But yeah, of course, these players are representing a couple different hats here, a couple different jerseys, and all looking real sharp. I got to say, the players really did dress up, look good for the cameras.
Yeah, overall, looking really nice. I've been very impressed overall with the look of the players. I like that. I like the overall. You have to wear collared shirt of some kind, nice slacks, no shorts. It looks nice.
That's what it's about. Sherry Kruger saying hello from Woodchucks. That's the bar we're familiar with. I was actually just talking to
Absolutely.
Dan Levine and Ashley as well, his lovely fiance, as we get a
Boom goes the Wisconsinite for Sugar Shane Johnson. Leg number 3. They are in control.
They are. You notice that Brian Dennis, to keep his concentration, his transfer on the second dart fell, and instead of picking it up, he just kept going. He was like, I'm just going to keep throwing here. I love that, the focus from him. Jake finds the 15s, looking at the Bulls now.
Wow,
Might
for the
just take it
match.
right here.
Oh. Well,
Jesse Gore, the curse breaker from Skybox.
yes. Curse no more.
No
Thanks
more.
to Jesse Gore.
Oh, wow. That was really good.
Thank you.
See Jesse going back there kind of having a laugh with it.
Only a 2 mark. So Sugar Shane for the match.
One bull needed, one bull found.
Yep, there it is. And that'll do it.
Look at that, 729 right there. Showing
Not bad.
more and more reason why he did so well in the CSI today.
Yeah, 729 average. Woo!
Well, this has been enticing. There is more to come. We're looking at our bracket here. We're going to spend a little bit of time figuring out what's going next as the players are going to get set up as well. We're going to run a couple ads here real quick, but my name is Nick Dichiria, joined by Sean Green and none other than the legend Will Stuart here at the Tournament of Champions 2022. We'll be back over in just a few. Don't go anywhere, folks.
are 5 total options in the HEMA range, 3 steel tip labeled 01 through 03, and 2 soft tip variants labeled 10 and 11, with multiple barrel weights for each option. Now, common themes that they all share are bold red and black accents along a silver barrel. They all have striking radial grooves in certain sections that are offset by small axial cuts. And all steel tip barrel versions are fitted with smooth silver Swiss points. You can purchase these barrels on our website, a2zdarts.com. Just look for the link in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this review as well as the rest of the 2021 launch. We've reviewed it all, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future range reviews, as well as our review of the new Target dartboard. Thanks for watching. Month, and we're featuring Target darts all October long, starting with our Dart of the Month, which is going to be the HEMA darts range. Purchase any Target HEMA barrel and you're going to receive a free gift consisting of select assortment of 3 Target flights. We're also offering select Target accessories for a discounted price, including our huge variety of Swiss points, as well as an assortment of shafts that are all red in color. So we've got the Pro Grip Evo shafts, the standard Pro Grip shafts, and also the Pro Grip Ink. So the idea is you can complement your new HEMA barrels and have everything match. We also are offering the black pixel tips, and finally select Tacoma cases. For example, the red ink case, one of my favorites. So match up with your HEMAs. And finally, A to Z Darts is offering a Think Pink promotion. So you can select printed L-Style flights. If you buy 2 sets, you're going to receive a free L-Style goodie bag consisting of flights, Laro shafts, and tips. So that's like a $18 value. So it's a pretty sweet free gift for what you're putting in for the sale. Think pink, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the month of October. Have a great Halloween. Love you. Bye.
Well, back again. Sorry for the brief break there. Had to make sure we had our next match lined up. As you just saw, Skew with Steve Diker once again. This at the line now is none other than Kyle Liddicky. Behind is Scott Hanish as well. And a beautiful 3 in the bed for Kyle Liddicky.
Never mind.
and Bob Anderson here, someone we have seen a few times today as well, doing some work. Now, of course, Scott Hanish of notoriety for none other than being a commenter on the CSC Challenger Series and nothing else. But of course, maybe he can hit a few 18s. He's not just all talk. He's actually a very well-liked shot as well. Voices like nails on a chalkboard. You must be talking about Will. Oh, isn't that right, Chris? Steve here. Went for the close on the second dart. I think he's just not really feeling those 20s. Now, this is a last chance leg here. Nothing more, nothing less. It's now or never for all these teams. I mean, imagine going to a tournament, and this is the type of teams you see on the last chance side. This is a, let me see here. Let me look at the bracket here. But I believe this is an 8th place match. 8th place out of 16 teams. This is just the top half of the skill level of players still remaining. Bob Anderson here expands that lead. Finds it again. Probably going to take a look at that 18 now. He does. Gets another mark on it. A little frustrated they only got a single, but, I mean, let's be honest here. Those points were more than enough to expand that lead and forces Scott Hanish in a bad position. He has a very interesting way he throws his dart there, starting up a lot higher than you would typically expect with his elbow position and then pushing right on through from there. Scuba Steve gets the close. Looking at those 20s dead on. Still not very comfortable with them. Where can I view the live bracket? Zachary McCarthy. You can actually find all of our stuff on CompuSport. I'm going to go ahead and send that link in chat to you. But of course, this is all on CompuSport. You're welcome to follow along with us for the darting action.
As you see, just a 3 mark there from Kyle Lidicky. Bob Anderson going to step up to try and close those 17s.
Starting upstairs first. Bob Anderson playing very conservative game, and when you're in a last chance scenario, you have to be. There's nothing wrong with that. They don't have a 100-point advantage, so they're not going to take a look unless they really feel like they have to if they're pushed to.
We have a great poll going on right now in the chat. Yes or no to banning that guy named Chris Lim.
Chris who?
Some random guy named Chris Lim.
Haven't heard of her.
Wow. Scott Donovan says, is this where we all talk mad trash about Scott since he's the one tossing now? Well, I will not encourage you to say any negative stuff, but I won't be upset if you do.
Scott Hanish, let me tell you 2 things I know about him for sure. 1, he is a dart player that can back up what he says. And 2, he's still all talk.
All right, here's Bob Anderson. Sitting with a comfortable 97-point lead. Can go right at the 16s. Gonna stay there.
I do like the decision now. I was about to say I don't like it, but he found it nice and cleanly. Now, the last dart there, I think there is a huge argument to go up to the 20s just to help give a little bit extra of a cushion. But, of course, right now, Scott Hanish needs to find all the 15s that he can get. And it looks like the fire sale has ended on those.
Yeah, only 2 of them. Not going to be enough from Scott Hanish. So, Scuba Steve.
Scott Donovan saying, Hanish is a talker. I tossed the elite against him last season, and he's a hoot for sure. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way. He is really funny and a very nice guy as well. Lidicky. Does find a double on the last dart, but it looks like a case of too little too late. Bob Anderson needing 1 bull to send Kyle Lidicky and Scott Hanish packing here. This 8th place match.
There it is. The Wisconsinites get it done. over the team from South Dakota.
And that was a great match that we saw there, as this bracket is starting to get to the latter end of it.
Yeah. What do we have? 7 teams left? Something like that?
That was an 8th place match. 7th place match currently going on with Brian Dennis and Jesse Gore against Isaac Robinson and Johnny Lee. And then, of course, on the other end, Jeremiah Millar, Leonard Gates, Jake Schreiber, Shane Johnson about to play. And then the winner of that gets to play Jules and Mike.
Alrighty. Well, actually, let's take a quick peek then so that they can see it themselves.
Yeah, so you see, this is the one-loss side. Excuse me, of course, because I can't talk. One-loss side of the bracket. Seaboard 1D about to be played on. The winner of that one will take on Mike and Jules. That, of course, being Mike Carter and Jules Van Doggen. If you look down here at the last chance bracket, you can see where we're sitting. Bob Anderson, Scuba Steve just took out Kyle Liddicky and Scott Hanish. So, refreshing that. You can see they're waiting on the winner of Isaac and Johnny or Brian and Jesse.
And that's on board 1B, huh?
Yes, it is. And you can see our king seat, Nick Selepic and Kenny Doyle.
Boom goes the Floridians.
That is where we're at in this bracket, guys.
As it looks like we're
stuff.
right here. Brian Dennis, Jesse Gore, Isaac Robinson, Johnny Lee.
This will be one game.
I still can't believe, after looking at all this, seeing these players, seeing this talent level, knowing that the teams that we have watched so far, all of them seem like they're capable of winning first, yet only 4 of them are going to cash. You see teams like this, and they're going to win any blind draw, most doubles events, stuff like that, and here they are going against each other. It just shows how tough this field is. Brian Dennis, you know that he's feeling comfortable. Hat's facing forward. Once flipped backwards, you know he's serious. Made that up. Just wanted everyone to know. That was off the dome. Johnny Lee there once again. I love the snap twister. Look how straight his dart flies. As much as he points to that tip up, when it's actually at the release point, it's facing dead on and going straight through. Nice pushing dart there. Isaac Robinson, looking beautiful as ever. Yeah, it works for Knox Amusement, of course. Again, as we said earlier, claims that he wants more time to play, but is so busy with work, and it's hard to choose both because he loves doing everything.
Well, let's see who advances in the bracket, folks. Waiting on Jesse, it looks like. But when he arrives, we'll get going with our coverage of this match. Hang tight. We'll be back with some more in-depth commentary for you folks before we round out our evening here at the Tournament of Champions in Kansas City.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back soon. All right, as we're looking, they just finished diddling here. Wow, 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 am I ready to see some great darts here. When we see Isaac Robinson and Johnny Lee against Brian Dennis and Jesse Gore here.
We literally just get done saying, Nick,
Don't do anything weird.
don't do anything weird.
Stop being weird.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Are we having fun tonight?
King of the castle, king of the castle. I got a chair, I got a chair.
What? Okay. You guys know what we're going through tonight, thankfully.
Brian Dennis to start off here.
Going down to the 19s to start off.
Interesting decision by him, but seems fruitful enough. He does find 6 of them.
Have you seen that out of him before?
The 6 mark?
No. Him starting on the 19s.
Not very common, but I mean, there has to be a good reason behind it.
I don't see one now.
Maybe it's a comfort level. I mean, obviously, the preferred option is always to go with the bigger number, but there has to be something going on. That's a confidence thing, as that's not something that is atypical of a player like him. Jesse Gore here, the curse breaker, finding an 18 on the last start. And of course, Johnny Lee once again starting up top, expanding that point lead and bolstering. He might go for the close.
Gets the close. Should we tell Will that he has really loud ankles when he walks?
What does that even mean?
Like they were clicking, like every time he walked.
I mean, would you prefer him to have quiet ankles?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's self-conscious about it. Don't let him know.
All right. Chat, don't say anything about it.
When he comes
All right.
back, don't make a single word. All right, we'll know who did it. Your names are there. Isaac Robinson finds a 20 and last start. Pretty dominating performance. Brian Dennis,
doing
Jesse
great.
Gore need to do something right now. Isaac Robinson having a great weekend all around so far. He came up to me at one point. He's like, I hit 3 9 marks in a row and I still lost. That's just the type of field that we see at the Tournament of Champions.
All right. Johnny Lee closes out the 16s, goes up and points the 20s again. They're throwing lights out in this leg. Only one leg sudden death here in the last chance bracket.
Brian was looking for a bet and trying to find 3 of them. Not going to be the case here, which a 6 mark well Valorant is not enough, as Isaac Robinson only needs to shut down those 15s, and then he can go at the Bulls. He can expand the point lead. He has options from there. The 15s go.
And only a single 20, but he gives a little extra like hip shake into it, so it works out.
Well, a single 20 makes it a 56-point difference, adds a bull there, and makes it just that much harder for a potential comeback to be mounted against them. Jesse Gore looking right at the bull there. He could have taken a shot at the 20 if he wanted to, because now if I was Johnny, I'm staying on that 20 all day until I'm too far out of reach.
Nah, I'm going for the win.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm cocky.
Players this caliber, they're going to be pretty confident in that bull, but I don't know. If he misses one, he's going up. Yep.
Now I hit a triple. There we go.
Big darts.
The ship has righted itself. Nick's wrong, we're right.
Hey, I cannot say I have not been wrong numerous times, or I haven't been wrong numerous times on the CSC as well as this stream here. So,
well, you've had a history of being right, though. I mean, between having the right outfit yesterday, looking sharp, it was a shame you didn't get more camera time there. And then, of course, right on the CSC when you got multiple match predictions in a row correct in the first season.
Isaac knew that missed the bowl right after he released the dart.
well, I was the
And
first to tell.
match-winning darts in Jesse Gore's hands here. But you go ahead and tell your story.
I was just about to say I was the first one to tell Leonard he screwed up my prediction for the CSC on Monday. So
Needs a double right here, Jesse.
Does not do so. And does not even get the point lead.
And Johnny Lee gonna fire right at that bull. Just needs one to send Brian Dennis and Jesse Gore off of this event.
The regulator.
Here's Johnny. In trouble now.
There it is.
Oh,
Wired it inside.
Wipe the sweat off your brow, good sir, because that was a little dicey.
Oh, boy.
Well, Jesse Gore and Brian Dennis will bid adieu, as unfortunately they make their way out of this tournament. We do have Jeremiah Millar and Leonard Gates, I believe, in action.
I've heard of
We
them.
do not have that board view, so we may go over the top here just to get a little look and at least show you something. So let's go ahead and set that up for you folks real quick. Let's see what we can do.
And of course, thank you all for the love and support here, tuning into our coverage from USA Darts on the Tournament of Champions.
Looks like Sugar Shane
Won
wins that
game.
leg. We do apologize. We don't have full access to this match, but at least it's something for you folks to enjoy as we kind of kick on. So we'll turn on some background music and get into some full Dutch coverage here in just a second. Hang tight. Appreciate you folks tuning in to our coverage this evening for the Tournament of Champions men's doubles event here on Sunday evening.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We are watching darts. everyone. My name is Nick Dichiria with USA Darts, joined by Meredith Hale from Orlando, Florida, representing C&M Darts in the women's CSI. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, you had a interesting time getting here. You've been here a couple days early because of a certain storm or something I might have heard about named Ian.
Yes.
How's your travels been so far?
Been great. Came in Tuesday night, and I've just kind of enjoyed the peace and quiet. For the time, it's been all Florida people and the PPD staff basically here for the whole week.
Well, it's the calm before the storm here, because tomorrow we are starting our play with the women's CSI bright and early in the morning here. And it's a tough field out there. I mean, what does it feel when you're looking at brackets like that, knowing that every opponent's going to be a brick wall?
It is. It's very hard in a short format, 2 out of 3. You've got to put it on right then and right there. And fortunately, there is a loser's bracket, so you do get a second chance. But it's very hard, and you got to hope for a good draw, and hope that you're on point at 8:30 in the morning.
Well, you know how to be on point. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. And in 2019, you and I actually played together in one of these events. And after 2 early losses, we climbed all the way back from the bottom bracket to 3rd place in a triple elimination format.
I felt like a winner.
Now, what's your secret to staying focused after knowing that early losses in a long format and a long tournament? Like, how did you stay focused during all that?
It's just one game at a time. You have to focus on one game at a time. And sometimes, someone has a hot game on you, and your game isn't so good that time. And you just have to go, okay, good for them. They shot great. Let's move on to the next one and see what happens. And hopefully it's not the deciding leg. Hopefully you'll get another chance. But, you've got a loser's bracket. You come back and hopefully see them again. Or if they drop down, maybe you've got, yourself together and everything's working right. And you can keep going. It's one game at a time. Don't overthink it. Just keep going.
Well, overthinking is my specialty. That's what I'm here for. With your darts that you throw darts that have been around a few tournaments or two.
Yeah.
You said you've had them since 1992, and they're 12 grams.
One's 12 grams, 12.5, 12.6, and 12.7. I weighed them.
And now, why do you stay with the same set after so many years?
They just feel comfortable. I've bought other sets. And, I do well with them at first because you have to concentrate a little bit more when you've got a new dart. You want to figure out, how does this work? And you're like, oh, this is the dart for me. And then all of a sudden one night, it's not the dart for you. And I just keep going back to these. They feel comfortable in my hand. They feel like an old friend. And they've treated me very well over the years. And I'm afraid they're just going to wear away to nothing by the time I'm done with them. I mean, I got them used in 1992, so I have no idea how old they are. Are they older than you?
98 is when I came around, so by about 6 years.
Yeah, my darts are older than you.
Alrighty, back here for Bob Anderson, Steve Diker taking on Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar. We do also have a match getting ready to start on our board 1A or 1B, and that's going to be Jules Van Dongen, Mike Carter taking on Sugar Shane Johnson, and Jake Schreiber, I believe. But this is a last chance match here, right, Sean?
It is. Last chance, Leonard Gates, Jeremiah Millar, Bob Anderson, Scuba Steve Diker, one leg to rule them all.
How insane is it that I believe Gates and Millar bid adieu at around the same time last night?
A little bit
in
less.
This bracket.
They're a little bit further back.
Oh, man.
Matt Mistretta made a good point in the chat earlier, saying that he doesn't think that Gates and Millar mesh very well. I honestly have to agree a little bit. Their talent level alone should put them in a dominant force where they're in finals every time. So there's got to be something else. And it seems like it might be a little bit of a mesh issue. You never know.
I mean, you never know. Certain players just don't, when it comes to the hockey, it just doesn't really work out for some teammates. But nonetheless, hey. It is what it is. We're here, ready to rock.
Here we go now.
Turn on some board sounds here. Gates already experiencing a heartbreaker today with that unfortunate loss to Jules Van Dongen in our men's CSI event.
Speaking of heartbreaker, did you see Leonard needed 3 bowls, hits 2, and then wires the last one. Just in enough time for Sugar Shane Johnson to throw in 5 bowls of his own to steal the match. Do you see that bad boy?
Yeah, what a steal that was, right?
We got that one over the shoulder. You see Kenny Doyle, the legend himself, walking into the room.
Your king seat holder with Nick Selepek instead of Selepek.
Thanks.
It's all right. We did that one numerous times, buddy. Me and you.
You and me.
Okay, I would never sing that song.
Together. Scuba Steve getting himself 5 19s. Not enough for the point lead.
You see Scuba changing after the CSI. Changing into some different attire.
I've also been known to change my outfit halfway through a day.
Yeah. Just, you know,
Why not?
14 different clothes you brought with you on the airplane. Just kidding. Big triple there from Bob. Looking for another.
Not gonna get it. Only a 5 mark. So we'll see if Jeremiah goes up there to close the 18s.
That was going right.
Not sure.
20s, it looks like. Yeah, he's looking for extra points, buddy. I think that's where he was going the whole time. We do apologize for the slight bit of glitch that we're seeing in that camera. It's been a occurrence that's happened throughout our coverage, but we'll probably just need to do a little update once we get back. Definitely not unwatchable, but just a little bit
bothersome for the
yeah.
likes of us.
Yeah, exactly. So, nonetheless, we're streaming 4 boards here. It's been a great time here at the Tournament of Champions. Almost coming to a close for our second day of coverage. 2 more days after this one, buddy.
It's crazy how fast these events seem to go. I got to be honest with you, though. This one's going a little bit slower for me, being under the weather. The majority of the time.
Even when you're a commentator and you got a little cough or a little scratchy throat, it's not fun. Not fun at all.
It changes the dynamic of what of what you can do at any given moment. Because it might be to turn off your mic, which I was lucky enough not to break right there. Right before you cough and have to do all that. Jeremiah, though, in control of this leg. Try being Bob Anderson and Scuba Steve Diker. You're watching the previous match. Jake Schreiber and Sugar Shane Johnson, who are obviously good shots, okay? I'm not putting anything against that. But they're not Jeremiah and Soldier. 5th place, which is what they're playing for right now. You want to know what the prize is for that? $0. 4th place, if they win this match, $200.
So no money or some money. What's it gonna be? Is Gates smacks it a 9?
He's trying to make it seem like no money.
As the boys over on board 1 are messing with us with the camera, but don't realize it's not on them. That match on board number 1 is a middle bracket match, so that will be a best of 3. This is a best at or race to the first leg, 1-leg shootout here. So,
yeah, the winner of that one will take on the winner of the 4th place match. The loser of that one takes on the winner of this one. Jeremiah, 1 mark. I just wanted to say that out loud because it might be the last time.
Wanted to give a big shout out. My aunt Ann is tuning in from Columbus. So she's been tuning in off and on throughout the weekend. I haven't had the opportunity to give her a shout out, so I figured I might as well now. So appreciate all the support from my family that's been tuning in.
All right, Soldier. 3 bowls. Plus some points. Now cannot win the match. Gets 80 points.
Bob's just looking for a big number and hoping for some
Wow.
missed opportunities.
Stays there the whole way. How about 5 bowls? Wow, this is not the opportunity yet, but it's starting to get closer and closer, isn't it?
It is definitely starting to get closer as Steve can do a number here and possibly get a look, but
I think he looked a little bit too far ahead.
yeah, he certainly did, didn't he?
That's the problem with that, is that you look at it and you think, all right, I'll hit 2 bowls and then I'll close this number.
Yep.
Without hitting the 2 bowls first. But, ooh, a good last dart. A good last dart. But Bob throws in another 5 bowls. It becomes even choppier. There's one of them.
There's a big double with the last.
Yeah, there's a point lead again. And not a small one. $38 points. And I'm surprised Maya went that route.
Oh.
Gets 7 of them, though.
Tasty 7 mark. 81-point advantage for Gates.
It looked like Soldier was going to go whisper something in Scuba's ear as he was about to shoot.
And just like that, there goes the advantage. It's just back and forth game here, Sean.
Yeah, there's no quitting the Wisconsinite team.
Scrapping away for a possible $200 or more.
There's the point lead. He's going to go after it. Now he's going to go back to point, probably.
Yeah, that's a smart decision.
Not enough to really do a lot of damage. Bob needs 1 bowl for the point lead. But if I'm him, I just stay there the whole day and hope that Jeremiah can't get enough points to regain control of the match and give my partner an outshot.
Big double.
How about that?
100 points on the total.
Jeremiah trying to get back that point lead. Oh, needs more than a single. Does not. Winning darts right here for Scuba Steve Diker. Wow, this would be huge. You go for it, right?
Oh, I think he's asking him right now. He's like, "What do you think?"
You totally go for it.
I think you go. Oh, yeah.
There's no way you turn down an opportunity to beat these guys. Now you got to go bull. Yep. Yep. Textbook.
Yeah, 75.
Almost
points
100
added.
points. 97.
Quality look takes a number or another mark off the 20s, but it's Gates looking for another triple. How about one more?
Wow. There's the big shot at the right time.
Huge as
Woo.
Bob Anderson can do nothing but give him a little knuckle and say, "Yep." Looking for another ton. Can he get one?
He sure can.
There's that double again.
There it is. Gets himself another 4.
Can't take the fight out of the dog, buddy.
17-point advantage. Gone. 2 bowls? Nope, not going to go for it. Went for it on the last start, though.
So got a lot of folks following on all our platforms. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We definitely appreciate your support. for this coverage of the Tournament of Champions 2022 live here from Kansas City, Missouri.
Looks like the midnight is about to strike here on the Wisconsinites.
Unfortunately, it looks like it is, as Leonard Gates is going to step up, just needing a single bull to put this bad boy away, and exactly what he does.
They fought off a really impressive display from the Wisconsinites.
It was
an average team would have lost that.
It was a valiant effort, sir. It was a valiant effort indeed. But hey, let's head on over to board number 1A as Jules Van Dongen and Mike Carter take on Sugar Shane Johnson and his teammate
Jake Schreiber.
This
is the last leg too. Game 3. 1-1 scoreline. The winner of this gets to wait for a minute. The loser of this takes on Jeremiah and Soldier. Now, why you gotta lower it for Mike as he's shooting? That's just rude.
I was actually lowering it for everybody because I had it a little bit too high. As you can tell, there's a little bit of distance in between Jake's head and the top part of our camera here, so don't be throwing me under the bus there.
I'm just telling you what you were doing. Here is... Oh, that was a...
Shane goes, get out of my way.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he just did. There's Jules Van Dongen. Gets a lot of points. That's not twice.
As you almost break your mic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apologize for that, guys. All right, here's Mike. Got a 122-point lead. Close to 17s. My wife doing a little promotion for us. Appreciate that, babe. Miss you. Love you.
I appreciate that, Megan. I'll forgive you for my Mardi Gras, or your Mardi Gras remark the other evening. It takes a lot to do that, so I'll pat myself on the back. Oh, no. Hope you're
there go
doing
the 16s.
well.
And there go the 15s. Bulls? Yeah. Jules just makes it look like he's at least a little bit interested. Would be nice.
Ooh, how about this comment from Josh Hill? We need 1,500 people watching this so Sean can shave his head.
Nope.
Don't know if that hair will grow back after that.
Well.
All right, Sean's going to be gone.
Mike Carter and Jules Van Dongen take it down. Jake and Sugar Shane move on to take on Jeremiah Millar and Leonard Gates in a race to 1 last chance bracket for 4th place.
Boy,
Who do you got in that, bud?
It's hard to go against Millar and Gates, but you know they just haven't had the success that they would hope for yet. So, although that, I'm going to go Gates and Millar just because I think they need to kick themselves in gear here, and I think they will. So we'll see what comes about. But as we wait for our next match, folks, hang tight. We will do a little ad from our sponsors here, and definitely while we're at it, I'm actually going to do this one because I needed to a little bit ago, but I'm going to zoom in on our sponsors here as we definitely need to do that one. Big shout out to Flashpoint, Flight Faction, LJ Sports, Mammoth Custom Apparel, Monster Clothing, Horizon Darts, Magic Wear, and of course some company named USA Darts.
Who?
Sean Green, we'll just say that. No,
that's
definitely
me.
Appreciate those sponsors. How about a quick word from our other sponsors? We'll be right back, folks.
5 total options in the HEMA range, 3 steel tip labeled 01 through 03, and 2 soft tip variants labeled 10 and 11, with multiple barrel weights for each option. Now, common themes that they all share are bold red and black accents along a silver barrel. They all have striking radial grooves in certain sections that are offset by small axial cuts. And all steel tip barrel versions are fitted with smooth silver Swiss points. You can purchase these barrels on our website, a2zdarts.com. Just look for the link in the description, and I hope you enjoyed this review as well as the rest of the 2021 launch. We've reviewed it all, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future range reviews, as well as our review of the new Target dartboard. Thanks for watching. And we're featuring Target darts all October long, starting with our Dart of the Month, which is going to be the HEMA darts range. Purchase any Target HEMA barrel and you're going to receive a free gift consisting of select assortment of 3 Target flights. We're also offering select Target accessories for a discounted price, including our huge variety of Swiss points, as well as an assortment of shafts that are all red in color. So we've got the Pro Grip Evo shafts, the standard Pro Grip shafts, and also the Pro Grip Ink. So the idea is you can complement your new HEMA barrels and have everything match. We also are offering the black pixel tips, and finally select Tacoma cases. For example, the red ink case, one of my favorites. So match up with your HEMAs. And finally, A2Z Darts is offering a Think Pink promotion. So you can select printed L-Style flights. If you buy 2 sets, you're going to receive a free L-Style goodie bag consisting of flights, Laro shafts, and tips. So that's like a $18 value. So it's a pretty sweet free gift for what you're putting in for the sale. Think pink, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the month of October. Have a great Halloween. Love you. Bye.
Now there are 5 total options in the HEMA range, 3 steel tip labeled 01 through 03, and 2 soft tip variants labeled 10 and 11, with multiple barrel weights for each option. Now, common themes that they all share are bold red and black accents along a silver barrel. They all have striking radial grooves in certain sections that are offset by small axial cuts. And all steel tip barrel versions are fitted with smooth silver Swiss points. You can purchase these barrels on our website, a2zdarts.com. Just look for the link in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this review as well as the rest of the 2021 launch. We've reviewed it all, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future range reviews, as well as our review of the new Target dartboard. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty, everybody. Looks like we're ready to go here. You are seeing a little occurrence here where maybe a restroom break, maybe something happened, but Sugar's not going to get any warm-ups. We're gonna get going right away into our play here. As you can tell, we've had probably a little significant, a little wait from what we normally used to.
Especially for this tournament.
Yeah.
There's been quite a bit of a wait. I know that
we get things happen. Things
Yeah.
happen. I mean, incidents happen that you just can't have any control of. I mean, going to the let's be honest, going to the bar is not a priority.
Right.
But if you do have something else going on, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
We don't know to speculate either way. But here's the problem: is that they came back to the board with bad news. I don't know exactly what that bad news is. It might be just as easy as no warm-ups, or it could be that they lost the diddle. They did lose the diddle.
Yep.
So they lost the opportunity to diddle, which gives Soldier the start, and he's going.
So that's exactly what it was, Sean. Good eyeball there. Is the diddle was already into perspective, or already happening there as we get our board switched around. Sorry about that. So that's why Shane wasn't able to get a little warm-up or two there. So
Here's my
nonetheless,
question for
big
you.
5 mark.
How do you recover from something like that? To come back to the board, bad luck. You lost a little bit of track of time, obviously, but you can still. Jake's even still shaking his head back there, right? So how do you regroup and collect your composure, because you need it to beat Jeremiah and Soldier?
Yeah, it can be very tough, especially in this situation, because you can see Jake's taking a second there to decide exactly how he wants to go about this. But you just kind of try to blow it off and continue on. That's what you have to try to do. It can be easier said than done, as we see an unfortunate just 3 mark there from Jake, as he needed a little bit more, as Gates is looking to take advantage with a white horse.
He did get a white horse.
White horse or a 9 mark. Whatever. 3
9?
different triples, although they weren't version triples. There were still 3 different triples. Close enough. Not really, but okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Stick to the camera work, Will. Stick to
No,
the
you're
camera
doing
work.
great. You are doing great as always, bud.
Hey, while we're at it, big shout out
Hey.
to Nick Dichiria.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nick Dichiria is normally our production guy for the CSC. Doesn't really get the chance to come in for commentary often and really get to the nitty-gritty parts of commentary. And, man, doing a fantastic job so far this weekend. Although he's dropped a couple funny ones on us, he's really done well. And
He's throwing a lot of funny stuff at the wall to see if anything sticks, though.
that he is. Not much is sticking.
Yeah, his batting average is pretty low,
Hey,
but when he
even
connects, he's hitting home runs.
even a 300 batting average is Hall of Fame worthy. So 30% of the time,
He's right
it
every
works.
time. Trip 15, match over.
Man, what a quick round. 6.67 there for Gates, and I guarantee you Millar wasn't very far off.
I mean, yeah, you can't. Not going first in a one-leg decider. That's tough.
Yeah, that is very tough. And you can see there's just Millar and Gates didn't want to have that happen, but there's nothing you can really do on that one but just go by the rules of play, and it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. So we're going to get going with our next match. It'll be Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar. Who were they awaiting on the next match, buddy?
They're playing against Jules and Mike.
All righty, so Jules and Mike Carter. Wow, what a match that should be. Jules, Mike Carter taking on Leonard Gates, Jeremiah Millar. We'll have that one for you next here on USA Darts coverage of the Tournament of Champions. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Hopefully we'll be pretty quick with our our refresh here, and we'll get going here momentarily. Thanks, folks, for joining us. William Stuart, Sean Green, Nick Dichiria. We'll be right back.
Darts.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Third place match for the no cap doubles event tonight. Leonard Gates, Jeremiah Millar taking on Jules Van Dongen and Mike Carter.
I don't know. These guys.
This is a race to 2.
Maybe Division 3.
Race to 2. Cricket 501. Tiebreaker would be Cricket.
Winner to face Kenny Doyle and Nick Slepik.
Way past their bedtime.
So, well, you said it, not me, Sean. So, yeah, just go ahead and tell Nick and Kenny it wasn't me.
But they caught you on the counter. People say it wasn't me.
Danny said, "Put the camera on him now." Well, dance, dance, Danny, dance. Nope. He texted me and he said, "Okay," and now he's not dancing.
He's swaying.
He's swaying. He's trying to get a little bit, trying to get a little groove there.
Well, we're going.
Maybe we'll get him in the background.
So here we go. Leonard Gates getting us started. Race to 2. Essentially, semifinal match. If Jules and Mike lose this race to 2, it actually puts Nick and Kenny in an even better spot in the king seat because they only have to beat the teams once. Eric Robinson says, promote darts 101. Don't leave the playing area if you don't have to. This move can be detrimental to your game process. We'll see if it is important here. Mike Carter starting where he left off.
Sorry, Sean. Wanted to get that scoreboard out there for all you folks at home so you could kind of keep an update on the scoreboard or score.
Yep, 0-0, best of 3. Cricket, 501 Cricket.
There's Danny in the background dancing a little bit. He was giving us some goodies.
Dancing Danny, there it is. Come for the darts, stay for the show.
Oh, that's good.
Jeremiah throws in a 7 mark of his own. Mike Carter sitting here, 54 points. There's the point lead. Do you take a look at it?
Yeah, why not?
Nope. Nope is the answer that we were looking for. So
Well,
you lose all the money.
when you got Gates and Millar behind you, I don't know. Do you take the stab? Do you not? They did have the advantage there for a little bit. Jules one big triple away though from making a move, I think. 1 or 2.
Yeah, Jules is going to do some dragon things. Close it. Jules, don't even think about it. Close it.
Agreed. He's going back over, I think. Yep, big triple.
Jeremiah's thinking in his head that's a mistake.
He's guesstimating here. Does he want to attack this?
He's trying
Let's
to
see.
think if he wants to open up the 15.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
He is exactly thinking that. He's thinking, man, do I take my chances at opening this up after a big trip 16? Possibly 2. Think he'll take one more look at it? No. Yep. He'll stay right there now.
He gave a little sly smile to himself because he knows that he overthought that at the end. Danny just dancing away.
I told you, man. That's what Danny does.
Mike Carter finally gets rid of the 16. But now the lead here for Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar.
Ooh.
It's a good look at it for Leonard.
That was a really good look at it. I thought that was going to be in there.
Well, does he look at the 15 or stay at the 17? 15 was the look. Did not hit it. Jeremiah. Needs to get some 15s first. Now he's got to stay there the whole way. He keeps getting upset at himself because he's thinking one move ahead of what he's already done, and then he's not pulling off what he is assuming that he was going to do.
Exactly what he's thinking. He's like just not happy with the outcome of his darts and the way they're landing. I will say Kenny Doyle, Nick Selepic are on the far end warming up right now. I just noticed that.
Staying as far away from this match as possible.
Indeed.
But they are in the room. Danny's saying hi to all his people. It looks like Jeremiah and Leonard are going to take leg number 1, unless something crazy happens here. One more bowl. And there is a leg number 1. We're going to head to 501. Open in, open out, open bowl. Open times 3 is what we call that.
Well,
by we, I mean me.
yeah, I'm about to say
I just made it up.
get a lot of opportunities to play this one myself, but here we go. Another bowl for 150.
Ooh, a 160 would have been better.
Mathematically, yes.
Thank you. I'll be here.
I guess you can consider it that.
You know, so if you're Leonard and Jeremiah here, if Mike goes hat trick, do you look at the 20s?
He is talking about it right now. You see that in the background?
Yeah.
Jeremiah Millar is saying, "Hey, what do you think?"
I like the move.
I think it's a worthy cause. I think you should take an attempt at it.
Yep.
And he's going. Oh.
He did.
He goes 19s.
Yeah, he
exactly.
tried to get the 171 to leave 180.
180 for the big checkout.
Yeah, and now kind of a moot point. And he's still dancing back there. It's cracking me up every time I look back and see him dancing.
It is kind of funny.
Jules is going to try and do his job here.
Yeah, it looks like this will go to a decider. I don't think there's any coming back if you're Gates and Millar.
No, they're perfect through 9.
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown a perfect 10-darter?
Yeah. Well, I guess you wouldn't consider it
Well, I mean,
perfect, but
it's perfect for open in, open out 501. Full bowl.
boy, do those Europeans hate that, though. Let
I
me tell you.
For the game, it's a perfect leg.
Yeah, I've hit quite a few. I haven't hit the illustrious cricket 9 before, but
Well, how about that from Mike Carter? Punts the first one. Why need a 17-17 when you can go 1 for bowl? If I'm his partner, that'd drive me insane, by the way.
just go for it. Just go for
Why on earth did you not just shoot the 17? Can you please riddle me that? Looking at the bowl for the last leg decider. This is a big moment.
Let's take a closer look here.
Jeremiah literally just goes, "You could have just gone 17." I think that's exactly what he said to him.
I was worried. You can see him still laughing about it. He's like, come on. What was that?
Jose Beltran saying dudes are hecka talented. Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Well, you are looking at a PDC Tour Pro.
Yep.
You're looking at Leonard Gates, your North American champion, will be on the Ali Pally stage this year.
Yeah, playing in the World Darts Championship.
Jeremiah Millar has had numerous big titles under his W category. And Mike Carter, an up-and-coming talented individual, I would say. Still kind of blossoming, I imagine, but really making a name for himself.
Oh, well, I mean, especially this weekend. Him and Jules have done fantastic together. And a lot of people don't know this. Originally for this tournament, I think Jeremiah and Jules were supposed to be partners. But Jules thought he had to go to a PDC event first. And then a couple days later, after Jeremiah had already set up with a Soldier, Jules reached back out and said, I am so sorry, I messed up. Are you still available to play? And the answer was nope. And the makeshift team of Mike Carter and Jules has done fantastic otherwise. They need to basically be perfect from here, though. Or else they might be out of this tournament.
Big triple over to the 18s.
Jody Ward saying, on the way to work, had to pull over to watch the end of this match. It's amazing.
Hey, at least
We
you're
definitely recommend pulling over if you're watching while driving.
at least you're doing the safe route.
See what Mike Carter can pull off. Super Darts elite player.
Alrighty.
Connor Olson asking, who's on the hill? Well, that would be Nick Selepic and Kenny Doyle. Waiting on the winner of this match.
Two individuals from Florida making it worthwhile to come here, as they had to unfortunately wait a couple days to get here, as they just rolled in last night.
They did, and let's make this a point. If Soldier and Jeremiah win this match, win this leg, they still have to win one more against Jules and Mike to move on to the finals. If Jules and Mike win the leg, they move on to the finals, where they will still have to lose twice to Kenny and Nick. Mike Carter trying to reel the points back in, ties it up. Points are gone. 16s are gone. Back to points. 40-point lead. Jules going to have to look at the 15s. Cole, that is an assumption that is a good one. There will not be a CSE Challenger Series match tomorrow.
Yeah, this week we are taking a break. So we're not going to be going on Monday. We're not going to be going on Wednesday either. But we will be back in action, I assume, pretty quickly. We got some good matches to come. Top 4 on both sides, buddy.
Yeah. What?
Top 4 on both sides. CSC.
Yeah, it's
Division
getting
1,
insane.
Division 2.
Sorry, Steve's comment from
I was
earlier
wondering what
threw
you're
me off
laughing at.
forever.
I was wondering what you're laughing
I'm
at.
going to let you
Take a
read
peek.
that on your own.
Steve?
As there is Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar. Hey, let's play one more leg.
I guess we will. We'll go ahead and take our scoreboard out, as there's no need for that one anymore. As last leg decider here, folks, to see who takes on Nick and Kenny. I know they're going to appreciate that one, because now they only have to win one series, correct?
Yeah, you know, as crazy as it would be to say, you know, that's great that we saw Leonard and Jeremiah win to make it back to us, but they definitely wanted to see this at least, because now Nick and Kenny only have to win one match. Look at that. Soldier wins the cork. We'll go first in the last leg decider. Jody, why you gotta do that to us? Kaylor saying whoever wins the diddle will win this leg. Well, that seems to be Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar. We'll see if that is true, though.
What do you folks think at home? Who's going to meet Nick and Kenny? Let us know in the chat. Let's get it underway.
Mike Maloney going a different route on responding to Kaylor.
As Daniel Floyd says, I'm just here to dance.
He is dancing back there. That is Daniel Floyd. Leonard Gates starting off with a 7 mark. Couple of Danny's dancing together back there. Dan Levine and Danny Floyd. Koala Bear saying hopefully Jules and Mike win. That's Andy Koala. For those of you that are in the same chat as him, that is how you pronounce his last name. Steve, there is not a 9 marker counter on the stream. Will doesn't know how to do that.
I could put one on there, but honestly,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
yeah, it's going to be too much to keep track of, especially right now. Between all the boards we're switching from and the scoreboard as well. Yeah, that's quite all right. We'll leave that to Nick. Oh, Mike Carter releasing a little agony there, as he knows Gates can take full advantage right now if he so chooses. And that's what he's going to do. Over the 18s. Grabs one. Not enough to close, though.
So what does Jules do here, bud? All 18s all day long?
Yeah.
Already shaking his head.
Yeah, he knows that it's just kind of one of those deals that, unfortunately, they may bid adieu here, as this may already be almost out of reach. We'll see. Depends on Millar here.
I do like how Jeremiah does a great job of like laughing at himself.
Yeah, he's
If
definitely.
he misses a dart, he's smiling.
It,
He's like, that was good.
I think it depends on the situation, but yeah, I think he definitely has those moments where he just kind of, all right, laugh at this one, laugh it off, but the next one, I may be a little upset if I miss that.
Well, it looks like Mike Carter and Jules Van Doggen are going to be nice. Let some other people win a tournament for once. Jules already our CSI champion, winning $10,000 earlier today.
Some heavy pockets for that gentleman.
Well, he's going to go ahead and throw his last 3 darts. How about 5 bowls? Jeremiah only needs 2, though. 1 dart? How about 2 darts? Oh. There it is. Moving on to the finals, Jeremiah Millar. Leonard Gates will take on Kenny Doyle and Nick Selepic.
Yeah.
Buddy, buckle up.
And buckle up. Those seatbelts, folks. We're going to have a great final coming your way here. Hang tight. We'll be right back with that one. We'll see you momentarily. Alrighty, sorry about that, buddy. Here we go. Yeah, they did move on us, folks. We were going to be playing on 1B, but it looks like we hopped on over to 1E. They were going to hop on a board that we didn't have the game screen up. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, guys,
whoa,
let's go.
whoa, Miss Lippy.
Yeah. Or whoa, 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 as one of us says, Mr. Nick. No, that's quite all right. This should be an entertaining final between these gentlemen. Of course, Nick and Kenny have played together on numerous occasions.
Is that because they're old?
No, well, you said that one, not me. They are from the same neck of the woods. They play at the same bar, Skybox Tavern. Been seeing them on the CSC. Nick, of course, always in attendance for Kenny's matches. I don't know if it's the same for the other way, I would imagine.
I hope not. Like, just for the fun part of that.
Wouldn't that be funny?
So technically, the way the boards are set up, you could have a level 16 player play a no-cap player.
Oh.
Like, you could set up that type of match. Here we go.
Wouldn't
Kenny
that
and
be
Nick getting the start. Race to 2 here in our finals. This will be all cricket in this first match. Here's the way this works, guys. Kenny Doyle and Nick Selepic have to lose 3 matches straight in order for Leonard Gates and Jeremiah Millar to become the winners. Boom goes the dynamite to get us started, though, in this last leg, or last match, decider. Well, last match, finals. You know what I'm saying.
I thought that was going to be more epic.
Apparently. Nick Selepic gets the triple on dart number 3. As they are starting where they left off. And only a 2 mark there for Jeremiah. Who would have expected? They're in round 3. They only have a 2 average between the two of them.
Yeah, I was about to say, Nick and Kenny have to jump on this here, grab the leg early, and all they would need is 1 more, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That is absolutely 110% correct. This one's kind of gone off the rails quickly in this leg.
Certainly has. Actually, after the last match that Kenny and Nick played, I actually went up to Nick. I said, "About time you showed up, buddy." He said, "Man, I tell you what, I told Nick the same thing." I was like, "I was just joking," but he was like, "No, for real."
Well, look at that 6 mark from Nick Selepic. Well, after 4 rounds, they have everything closed except for bowls and 135 points.
I'm pretty sure Millar just turned around and said, "You want to split?"
Now's the right time to say that, for sure.
I am almost 99% sure of that one right there.
What do you guys think about a split here? I actually would joke and walk up to him before the match started and said, "All right, if I have to beat them 3 times in a row, right? Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 chance to split. This will be my only time I offer. After we double dip you and go into that triple dip, the offer's off the table."
Ryan Shada asking about if we're going to be streaming anything but no other than no cap. We have no control over that. TOC's deciding who we are streaming this weekend. As we're just a live stream crew. They're the tournament directors, so we just kind of take it in stride. We may get some different groups tomorrow. We're just not sure yet. So.
We'll take it all. I mean, we'd like to see some of those lower level shooters like Dominic Dichiria and others get in there.
Dominic is right behind us shaking his head now. Oh, no. What did we do? What did we do?
That's almost the equivalent of showing his head, just his head, on a big screen for a good 5 seconds, if not longer. All right, Kenny Doyle.
Wow, look at this from Gates. Only starting off with the 2 as well.
Oh, there goes the 20s. And there goes the points. And boom goes the dynamite. 3 in the bed on the 20s. I think he made him pay for the 2-mark start. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think he did, as Kenny and Nick are eyeing a nice paycheck.
Eric Weiss asking, when is the Luck of the Draw finals, meaning the finale? That is going to be on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's going to be Tuesday. And looking really...
At 10 o'clock.
Yeah, looking forward to that one, as it's a random draw, $10,000 a piece.
$10,000 a piece. Just repeating everything I hear.
Oh, okay. Is that how we're going to do that?
That's how we're going to do that.
There you go. Okay.
TMI, Dom. TMI. All right. Kenny Doyle.
He'll go right at this, you think?
Yeah, he has to go for the. He's going to go for the close. Now it gets a little bit. Well, he had to do that, but he has to feel like he wasted a chance to point a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. We're all rookies here.
Well, I guess we are.
We're all rookies. We make mistakes every once in a while.
Sometimes that Mahomes touchdown you just can't beat.
Can't get rid of it. You have to just put it on a loop or something for all to hear. Nick Selepic, see if you can lock down the 17s. Sure did. 16s? Stay right there. He attempted to.
I don't know.
I think.
Yeah, if he would hit a triple there, this is not over, I think. I mean, anything could happen, but with Kenny coming behind you, you got to think how much darts do you think Nick and Kenny have actually played in the last 4 or 5 days?
They just got here.
Yeah, I'm literally saying, you think they were playing at home by any means? Do you think they got a grand board?
No.
No. So
I
they
don't
literally
think
go
so.
rely on the bar. They haven't played in 4 or 5 days, and now they're making a finals run.
Well, I mean, they're about to win.
They are.
They're 3 bowls away from winning this thing. There's one boy who's going to move over. He's trying to hit that double bowl right now. Doesn't get the double. Soldier cannot do a whole lot here. Yep, does not do a whole lot there. Kenny Doyle, Sunshine State Santa for the title. Doubles. No cap, as he's wearing his cap. Gets it done.
There it is. Kenny and Nick crowned your champions. Just before we go, the lovely wife did ask. She goes, $10,000, luck of the draw. How about $10,000 a piece?
Yep, to the winner.
A piece. So
$20,000 on the elite finale.
Wow, in the elite. What about our... There's a couple different ones going on. There's our elite and masters, as well as pro. So we've got our masters, which is $10,000 for the men, $8,000 for the women, that split, and then $2,500 and $2,000 that split for your
Yep.
pros. So
There you go.
good stuff there. But hey, folks, your champions once again, Kenny Doyle, Nick Selepic. As Nick goes out there, gives his boys a little high five action, and that's gonna do it for our evening here. What do you say, Sean?
Hi. We're done.
Hey,
Goodbye.
we'll see you tomorrow for some triples and doubles action right here on USA Darts and Partners Promoting Darts. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Thanks for joining us. William Stewart, Sean Green, Nick Dichiria. Take care. Have a great night.
Boom goes the dynamite.